Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la carte. Thank you very much for joining me. I have a fun project planned for us today. I hope this video inspires you to create something of your own. If you would, hit the like button and share the video with your friends. That helps me to grow this channel and to continue to bring you new projects. If you haven't subscribed yet, would you please consider subscribing? And if you have, thank you very much. Well, we have a lot to do, so let's get to it. Hi, this is Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la carte. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do appreciate you watching. Today we have a fun project. Our table is full, so we have a lot to do. But we are going to create some custom candles to give as gifts. I'm going to melt down some candles that, maybe they set outside during a storm or something like that. I've just got all kinds. I've got some shells over here. I've got flowers and more flowers. My research told me instead of buying mica powder, which is pretty expensive, you can buy just from the Dollar Tree packets of eyeshadow. Ooh, almost spilled that. Ooh, that would have been fun. Just to buy little packets of eyeshadow and crunch them up, and it works similar to mica powder, right? Especially in the resin projects that I want to have coming up. So we've got all kinds of stuff. We've got some scents. I'm going to see if I can do some whipped things on top. Maybe. I'm going to try. But, I've got, some that are, like cinnamon. I just got fun things here. So where I want to begin is by, I'm going to remove, see how easy those come out? And that's just about right. Right? I'm going to load up my double boiler over here. Let's see if I can show you. Here's my double boiler. So I'm just going to load these up, and I am going to try to pick like the same, like if it aged yellow kind of thing, I want to keep it there. So I'm going to see if these are going to work. We'll see. Ooh, that's so loud. They'll even work in there. So nice. I do have other wicks, but if I can use something I've already got, that will be great. And what I'll do is I will hot glue these in here, let them set up. It'll take a minute for this wax to melt, but once it does, we'll be able to pour it. And I am going to, if I see like, these literally were outside, y'all, because we had some bad storms. If I see something on there, I'm going to pull it off, right? So these were probably back up and didn't quite get used. So this one, these won't work for that, but I still need to pull the wicks out. So we'll have more wicks for a future project, and then we'll, ooh, almost went the wrong way. Then we'll be able to pick one of these to go on this taller thing. So I'm going to make these little teacups. I found these at a sale, right? They're so cute. I'm going to E6000 the cup to the saucer, and then I'm going to hot glue this in here, and then I'll be able to pour, right? And then here, I'm not going to do anything other than to try to hot glue that in there and get it to stand up as straight as possible. So that's the plan of where to start, right? I probably won't spend a lot of time putting roses or anything like that in here unless I do have these. What if you were to like put some of these around the side? How pretty would that be, right? It's got like these little, I don't know if that's a lamb's ear or not because it's just been put a purple put on it. So it could be something like that. Too much purple, right? I do have these pretty pink. I have these yellow roses. I have these little tiny roses. These are all from my garden, right? One of them I do want to make like a little cocoa thing, that kind of look. So lots of ideas. We'll see how they all play together. All right, I'm going to get these sorted out and see what we're going to put in here, if I think it's going to be enough or if I need to go ahead and mix my wax. But I'll just double boil these, and see what we have here. All right, we have a lot to do, y'all. Let's get to it. Right, we've got our wax on. I've already added some of those little votives in there just because I do want to make several. So I've got the rings down there to protect the pot. Once it comes up to a good kind of boil, I'll turn it down. They warn about scorching the wax. Didn't know that was such a thing. Anyways, it's all a big learning project. So here we go. We'll just wait and let it do its thing. So I went through that little kit that I had over there to the side. Look at there. What adorable. Oh, look at that. For candle molds. But they also had this. So instead of hot glue, I'm going to try this to hold our wicks down. Right? They only had a few of these little popsicle sticks with the holes. So I gave one to my husband and said, can you make me some of these? Like, sure, we can do that. So he's going to make several. But we'll go ahead and wick what we can. Oh, how about that? How fun is this? I think I've got another mold over there. I'll bring it out. Let's see what we can do. All right. We've got everything melted. So what I'm going to do is actually put this in my little spare little pitchers that I have so that I can put in scent and colors and make it different. All right, that's the next step. All right, so we got a whole bunch of those made. Right, isn't that nice? Very, very nice. I found a couple more molds over there in my stash. Never know what you're going to find in your stash. So let me see what the instructions tell us. Oh. It'd be kind of cute if I could make something that looked like that. I would probably have to decorate it later. But let's see what we've got. So it looks like they'll stand, right? It looks thick. But how do you get the wick down in there? It says that you do it after it's been in there for like half an hour. Oh, and then it's not wax that's on there. They say to use tulip dimensional paint. So those tube paints. All right. So there's that one. And it even gives you the formula how to get that brown, right? So you don't have to, well, I was thinking I'd have to go and make all this. Okay. So that's just paint there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy with that. Okay. Wicks might be a little interesting because they're like, put them in. Oh, I'm not sure about that. That seems a little cumbersome. All right, let's look at this. So these are angels on this. Say they look like that. Let's see what instructions we have here. Oh, so these are wax appliques, so they're not meant to like be the candle themselves, which I was thinking something like this to enhance these, and that's exactly what they're for. They don't even tell you a suggestion of colors. So there you go. How interesting is that? Interesting. All right, well, we've got a couple more molds that we can work with. Our wax is melted. Like I said, I'm gonna try using these. wicks. Basically, you just stick that on there. They're double-sided sticky. And you do this instead of having to use hot glue. Like that, right? Go ahead and get that in there, which is good, and it gives us a little bit of extra. Nice. All right, there's one. More lavender and roses. See if this helps at all. I don't think it will, but it might. Okay, so once we pour it, we can think about that. So we have rose and lavender scents to make it smell good. Let's go ahead and put these. We'll put this one in here. We may end up putting another baggie for these, but in the meantime, let's just put these in here. These are what came out of the votives. Still have some of my emergency kit, so but I used the ones that needed a little freshening up. Clean as you go. Make it just a little. These, we are just going to try to decorate the top, right? And this we're going to pour in there and then poke through and try to create, that's an odd looking shape, but I am interested in that one, right? Create a rose candle that you would just set. These would just be wax melts, right? You could put it on one of those wax melter things. That might be an idea. Okay. All right, here's the first batch. And we're going to start experimenting with some color. Got to work kind of quickly. Don't think you need a big piece from what I read. There's red. going to create a brown. Let's see what we can do, if we can get the baggie open. There it is. That one crumbled much easier than the red. So, let's see what we got going on in here. Do we create purple? Or do we create, it's probably purple, right? So, we need to take oh, these are ornery. Glad I had that little kit because it does say to keep your wicks going that you want to use like candle fragrance, candle colorants. So wicks. Keep stirring. The blue's not quite. It needs a little more something like a dark color. There we go. Put just a touch of this in there though, because it looks like it might be strong. Still a little red though, isn't it? Alright. Let's stir. Let's look on the bottom. Alright. A little bit more of this really dark looking color. The baggies aren't labeled, so I don't even know what colors I'm putting in here. I'm just trying to guess from what I see. Right, there's no label. There was nothing in the instructions about what colors were included or any of that kind of thing. So I went and looked in my stash and I have cinnamon and clove. So we will use both of these until we get a smell that we like. This will definitely oh yeah, it smells really nice. Very holiday-y. That's cloves. I did a little less clove. Oh yeah, it smells like the holidays. Okay. Alright. It's more purple than what I want it to be, but we are going to go for it. Okay.
think I can get this where you can see it, but what you can see around the edge is those flowers. They'll just be encompassed in wax when it's all said and done. These are setting up pretty quickly. That's going to shrink back a little more, so I could have put a little more in there. Again, it's all part of the learning part. All right, I'm going to go put this in the microwave and then get that cleaned out so that I can put the next one in. By the time I come back, I'll be able to put this over on the tray to let it just set overnight and let it set up. I think the next thing we'll try to do, because the colors did work, it's just I was trying to make a weird color, right, that I didn't have. So I'll try the pink next time. Maybe finish this one out with pink and cinnamon. That would be nice. Maybe I can do pink and white in this with the shells. That might be pretty. So lots of ideas going on. All right, let's go get our container cleaned out. Let's bring these over and let's see if we can put this in here. So what I'm going to do is when they start to dry, I will pull those shells over to the walls of the glass like I did here. I'm going to go put this over on the other side. I'm going to go get some more melted wax. Oh, look at that. So, let's look at this one. So when you get it to that point, I put just regular rubbing alcohol in here. You want to spray the top of your candles. It's supposed to keep air bubbles from forming and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find just some tiny little rosebuds and I'm going to embed them in this wax. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so one little bud that'll go right in there. All right, look at that. Have a little bubble right there. I'll probably will do like just a gentle heat to the top, just to make all of that smooth back out. I think that looks really nice, and it smells really good. Oh look, and it's like, can't see those other flowers? You will when it melts, but that'll be like the little surprise there on the bottom. Okay, let's put this one and this one over to the side and clean up just a little bit, and we'll go get some more wax. Alright, so I didn't clean that out, and I'm not going to put this in from what we learned last time. We'll do that at the bottom, right? Let that be the little surprise at the bottom. So break this apart because it has wax from before on it. So there we go. Do something like that. Alright, let's put some. I didn't even clean it out because I knew I was going to do this again. I really like this, what we got going on here. I'm going to try to, it just doesn't want to crunch. Go. Floats, how about that? You know what, I want to put these in the melts because I want to do this kind of like an ombre, so I want to put white next. Okay. I'll be able to smooth those out, I think. Okay. All right. Here's our next little batch. All right, so that is the end of my soap. But oh, look what I found. Oh, I meant to do that before I got it. So I've got these big giant shells. Let's see what happens. So I'll use these. These are what we pulled out of those votives. That makes me want to go to the beach and pick up shells. Let's put some in here. Can always pour more if we want it. Do that. Again, I wanted an ombre. So now I want to put some blue in here. Let's see if we can actually find a blue. A blue and a couple greens. So this is that purpley stuff. So that's not what I want. Let's see if I have an actual blue. just didn't quite melt, but I thought it would be enough for this. Yep, just right. I'm gonna go put it back on the heat. We'll give this, I want to mix it. I want to put another one of these in there. And then we'll turn it into maybe a pretty blue color. All right. I'll need a little bit more. All right, what I decided to do is I do want a different color over here. Look at it. It is chunky, but I kind of wanted to see what it would set up like. Is it going to have that little texture in there? Well, this is where we'll stop today. Join me tomorrow as we finish up our candles. Boy, lots of experimenting going on here.